we'll kind of hit on that because we'll have to, I guess, officially vote on our parts of the bylaw changes that we want to accept, it looks like.
Yeah,
We do have,
we can look more into that at our next, we have another meeting for it scheduled for the bylaws.
I was going to say we do have
Yeah, I
5.
thought we had one just for the bylaws though.
Another, no, I mean, I thought we were
That's fine.
discussing it, unless, do we want to circle back to that? Do we need another? Would you recommend that we have another one?
I think we looked at it pretty thoroughly.
I was like, I felt like we were, but anyway, so, okay, not to derail us, we'll get back. Okay, so I'm a little off track. Talked about that. Okay, free tree giveaway. Final details. I say, yes, we have everything, but y'all all looked at the brochure. And that would be so people can kind of pre-shop while they're waiting. And the only other recommendation I had for Sam when I saw it earlier today is I know we received a lot of questions about, is this good for a small yard, a large yard, a medium? Can it go to my house? Is it a wet tree? You know, so I thought, I mean, is there a couple
Adding
of
something
easy
about soil
words?
condition, because I mean, she's got size on there.
Right.
So adding something about soil conditions that they do best and could be useful, like 'cause so many Conway lots are wet. So, you know, so something like suitable for wet soils, suitable for dry soils, suitable for all soils, something like that. And I can help if you're not
These are all,
familiar
thank
with
I was
you.
going to say, send that back to her. You can put
This
wet, dry, all.
is my resource, and this is great if you're in the woods and are
Exactly,
saying, what is
yeah.
this, but not
soil.
planting and city reference.
And then I was going to send you the one pager on how to plant a bare root tree, which I could send it out to everyone. Well, I'll figure out if we're allowed to use it.
When we had the printouts last year too, so I know there's a box in storage that we had. So
We have some already.
those bread bag. Remember we got the bread bags.
Mhm.
We probably need to get a count on those, but we had several of those left, and there were a lot of planting instructions, if I recall correctly.
I couldn't remember. Were they a one pager?
I think,
Like look like a comic strip kind of?
I think so. Yes. I don't know if you'll have time. If not, you want me to run by there and look in the storage.
Oh, it's in my storage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can do that.
If you'll look, it's in there, and it should be pretty easily. I labeled everything.
I was like, storage, where do we
Much
have
better.
storage?
With everybody
It's been a
else's
Monday.
storage in Faulkner County.
Now, as a reminder, how many of the redbud, river birch, etc. do we have?
One red bud. Oh, how many of each do we have?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have.
300 redbuds, and then 100 of each of the others.
Mhm.
But then,
You get one red bud and two.
but Scott had some others that
Yeah.
he's maybe going to be able to.
Yeah, so I know I have them. I know I'll be able to get them.
Okay.
It'll be at least 100 apiece, but
Okay.
it could be a couple hundred apiece.
Okay.
We'll
White
know
oak,
more after this week.
Cool. Okay. White oak, water oak, willow oak, and cypress.
Does the donor want any recognition?
I mean, we can say that, you know, Green Bay Packaging is gonna donate some trees.
I can put a little Green Bay logo on the brochure next to the trees from y'all if you want
I'll
that.
see if I can get one.
If not, I can
Just
Google
a
and
mention.
Yeah,
crop
just a
and,
mention is fine.
you know.
You said what? White willow.
White oak, water oak, willow oak, and cypress.
And that would be bald cypress.
Mhm.
Yep. And so what do we want knowing that we've got additional species at 100 to 200 per, what do we want the rule to be for how many total trees, how many of different species?
Well, I think we had capped it out at 3 trees, 1 red bud, and 2 of any of the others. Like persimmon, if you want it to fruit, you need 2. Pecan, you need 2. Correct. So we would pair those up if they wanted.
And that's per household or per person?
Did we say anything on
Let's,
Facebook already?
I'm like, did we mention, because I don't know that we got that specific.
Because we could say household and then be more lenient day of, to kind of cover our bases if we want to.
Well, I think we did it, we kind of played it by hour. Because we had so.
Person,
many.
Yeah,
Is per person.
On the Facebook post?
Thank you.
Okay.
On the trees, right? Max of 3, only one can be red bud, and it's per person.
Just funny that we're limiting the one that we have the most of.
I know, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
we think people will like it.
But if we're an hour, 2 hours in and we're not, kind of.
I think
I'll
people will.
probably squish the front city Conway tree board logo, and directly between the trees and spring tree giveaway, it'll have the rules of, per person, max 3, limit 1 red bud per person, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then it'll have the updates. When do we need the final draft of this by?
Well, we need to think about printing.
Well, and then how many are people taking these with them, or is it like a menu that they're handing us?
Well, that's what, so my first understand, I thought we were doing like a menu to just kind of pass around to keep there. If we have this, I bet more of those are going to
Walk away.
walk away. So we're gonna need to print more of those. So I would say we probably need to print.
So we could do brochures. We can also alternatively do just like paper, 8.5 by 11, or even like legal size, and we can laminate it.
I think having a few laminated is a good idea, maybe in a larger size. And I can make black and white copy, like if we run out and we need more, I can make black and white copies at my office, which will be, so, but they'll be black and white.
Yeah.
So to get them from we have to send them to Crossman to get them printed and then get them back. So, and I don't know, how expensive is lamination? Because we need to talk about budget for this, because we didn't really budget in for this.
Yeah. Lamination services are covered. We just need
Oh, you got
the
that.
print side of it.
Okay,
And I can do either letter or legal size, which legal size, I think 9 by 14, something like that.
I think that might be nice for us old people.
Well, because we've now got 9 species too.
Yeah, so
and so-
everything needs shrunken a little bit.
so I tell you what, when will you need them back to get them laminated in time?
Day before the event.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a minute to run each one through the laminator.
Okay, I just didn't know what your schedule's like. If you want to do it on the 15th, then if we can pick them up by the 13th. I mean, the sooner the better, because I'm gonna have to send them to Crossman, but they can print them in like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that.
You'll probably laminate your legal size ones, and those will be the ones that you hope don't leave.
Mhm.
And then have a couple of those that, if they leave, it's whatever.
Mhm. How many copies do we think we want laminated?
Well, last time we had them across the fronts of the table, we had, yeah.
And then think about
I mean,
people
like,
in line who can,
I'm thinking 5 or 10 of them.
Oh, I was thinking a
10.
dozen. Okay, cool.
Oh, well,
Somewhere around there.
10 to a dozen.
that was great.
How many brochures do we want?
50-ish, like you
Yeah, I think
said.
50 is a good number.
Yeah,
'Cause
and then
we'll
if we
hopefully
do
they'll
run out, I
leave them and
can
then
do
it's
some
not.
black and white. Color copies are expensive.
That's good.
Okay. And then, so we'll do that, and then Crossman is set up with the city. We need to probably vote in a little bit of a budget, but I want to talk about budgets anyway. We need to get some funds secured.
I might be able to do printing at the CA library. So I've got, every semester, they allocate like a printing budget, and I never use it, and so I've gotten a decent printing budget with the library at this point. I don't know if they could do color on legal size, so I can ask about that, but if that's the case, I can cover all printing and laminating for this event for these things.
Okay. You'll check it, will you let me know that? And then
Yes.
if not, we just need to get them in time to get them printed and get them back to you. So, you know.
And just if you'll
24.
send me the final
Oh, yes.
file also in case we do need to print some more.
PDF will be fine.
Mhm. All right. Thank you for doing all of that.
You're
All right, anything else that we may need, like bags, paper towels?
Paper
Buckets.
towels are handy, which
I got that.
might be.
I've got, and we have a couple laying out, but I can get just a thing of paper towels. Okay.
Okay, so I told you that like the extension office is doing an open house the same day. If the weather is nice, there may be master gardeners in the lawn area sharpening tools.
Nice.
Bring your tools.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be cool.
Okay, okay. And they're promoting that. They'll be promoting that,
Yeah.
right? I think I
And
saw
we're
that.
promoting the giveaway too.
I know, thank you. And the museum, I saw shared that too.
Yes.
Awesome.
Do
Okay.
they ever treat wood handles with linseed oil?
I don't know. So these master gardeners, they actually teach some classes about tool maintenance. So I don't know that they'll be doing that there, like as a service, but they might have some information.
And, okay, I'm gonna take us back for a second. So we talked about being there at 8 a.m. for setup. Okay. And then also, we did have some UCA students reach out, Fisheries and Wildlife Group, about potential volunteers. How many would we like to have? I'm just gonna reach out to her and
It's a crazy day, so I mean,
5, 10? I mean,
At
will you be
least
able to
5.
utilize them in other areas for extension? Like, if, I mean, it was very busy. We could use them all probably, but.
I mean, if anything, you got them either hanging trees or walking around with the.
how many of us will be there?
I'll be there.
I'm there.
Okay, next one.
4?
Josh, and then Amy, I think, usually does, but I'm not sure. She said she's been on the phone.
No, 5.
The 5. Okay, because I'll follow up with,
Because it can get crowded on that.
yes. But even if they're just out talking to people, getting kind of ahead, whatever.
I mean, yeah, just
Yes,
somebody
bagging, we can
passing out
assembly
the
line.
menus.
Yeah, we can get a whole different structure to keep people planted at a tree or whatever, depending on, okay. All right, so we'll see if we can get those volunteers. Okay. Welcome, Josh.
Yeah, sorry, it was late.
All right, no, you're
It's been a
fine, you
day.
made it.
A week, actually, but whatever.
All day. So I have on here too, to continue talking about annual calendar. This is nothing fancy. I just threw it on here last night really quickly, just some thoughts. As we talk about, like with the new bylaws, we had discussed, do we want to delegate things by committees, which we can still do, but also if we're not going to have official committees, I think just having a project chair for some of the things that we're doing throughout the year may be better suited, instead of trying to stick to the committee structure. So my thoughts were, which I have all the meetings on here, and then my thoughts were, if you have a particular interest or would like to lead any of these projects or a series of projects, you can sign up for that. Would like to kind of think about some of the budgets attached to those, and then also we need maintenance and operations budget set for ourselves this year. That comes in handy if we need to make a decision to buy some tree guards or, trunk guards, water bags, mulch, things like that, which we do need to go back out to Reedy Road and check on those trees and see if we need to do some tree guards and things like that, some mulch around that as well. So I'd like to discuss an M&O budget, and then a blanket printing budget for moments like this. We realize, we need some
Things printed.
printing. So I don't know if that has to be separate apart from M&O, if we can include that in that budget, but we'd kind of like to get some cost agreed upon today, in the spirit of being more organized. Also, I did, there are some pages in here too, that are some of the marketing things. So went through all of our old marketing, all of our merchandises gone, all of our giveaways. We also have the need for like a table runner or a tablecloth, something with our logo, and we don't have anything really tree board identifying. We do the Tree City USA flag, but we don't have tree board anything. So these are just shopping baskets of ideas just to give us some prices. I was just looking at prices for amounts so we can look at a general cost of goods budget for the year that would kind of take care of all of our events and projects. So not real sure how to like make to get this organized, but overarchingly, I think for any kind of setup or tabling that we're going to do, we need some acrylic stands. We also have found the need to have some kind of displayer for all of the paper goods and pamphlets, because those tend to fly out. Looks kind of messy, and we're shuffling. So on this first shopping cart, those are just acrylic 8x11 stands with a wood base, and these are good because you can actually do them landscape or portrait. You just kind of move them; they can slant or be straight up, and we can get a pack of 3 of those for $22. Underneath those next 3 orders are ways to display their magazine holders or just pocket paper goods, foldable. So there was a bamboo one if we want to stay in a wood type theme. The bottom, the third picture down, the 6-pocket collapsible is 2 facing. So you would have 3 pieces of literature forward and 3 to the back, which I'm not sure if that suits our purposes. And then this other one is just a 5-tier collapsible. They're all basically the same function. It's just really look and direction. They're all about the same cost, between $80 and $90. They have adjustable heights to go high, low, but that's just an idea of a way that we can table nicely.
For the magazine racks, I think I prefer the first one. One, it stays with the wood theme. It also seems like it'd be heavier. And with wind, I feel like a heavy table stand would be really nice. And because it's got the slats there, we'll be able to add a clothespin or a binder clip to help hold whatever it is on that particular shelf to it. The only downside is it doesn't have a dedicated carrier, but I mean, we can give it a bag.
200
Right,
tote bags,
yeah.
if we want, because I thought about that too. I'm like, but yeah.
I do really like both the custom rectangle table cover and the feather flag on your next page.
And so that was, the table runner is the more cost effective, and we'll just do like a basic neutral colored muslin tablecloth underneath it. I did not do the designing of logo. You're going to see these are just stock photos thrown in here. But that is the cost. I did go through the motions, and that is the final cost if we were going to customize it.
So that is just the central white.
It's the
top
white
piece?
runner. Yeah, and it is 24 by 72, so 2 feet wide. Yeah. And the table covers, because we don't really know what kind of table sometimes we're going to get, because I did buy some, and then we had the 8-foot tables, and they don't fit, and then they shrivel up, come up. So just a thought on that. We can do something different if y'all want.
I was gonna say a stretchy, like green with our logo on it, but not knowing the table size we have all the time kind of makes that a non-option.
The runners are nice because they hang over the table,
Yeah.
because it doesn't make any sense to have something on the top.
Yeah, no. I was thinking like if it was a stretchy
Oh, I know what you're talking about,
thing,
those stretchy things.
that so it
Across the
stays
front.
put, but if it's muddy, the feet will also get dirty and wet. So no, that makes sense.
Yeah. We do have 2 green ones currently, but they don't fit on the tables, but they're not customized. So there's a thought for that. And then the feathered flags are helpful if we're going to do like yoga or for Arbor Day or the tree giveaway. Those are just good wayfinders and helpful. They are a little more expensive.
Surprisingly expensive
Mhm.
for what they are.
Yeah. And then I did go ahead and go through and get cost on t-shirts as well as if we were going to do, so this is 100 T-shirts, and then I looked at 250 stickers and you get 200 free. So if we were gonna do kind of total branding with the table runner, the flags, T-shirts, which would be for Arbor Day, and then stickers, we're looking at about $26.43 for all of that. And then the acrylic signage, we're looking between 90 and 23, you know.
So
saying
the
100.
t-shirts are really like over $20.
Mhm. And this is, I went online to one of the bulk places, but anytime we've gotten them from Rock City, they've been that or more also. No, we can probably look
Did
for a
we
different
miss having
brand.
t-shirts this year?
I didn't miss it. I don't know.
I've got
in
a
terms
drawer full of
sponsors.
t-shirts that I never wear.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to do t-shirts anymore, other than maybe just a few for the board, maybe for the events
Or
that we're
like
doing.
volunteers or something.
Or for like volunteers, and then like not a big giveaway, unless, well, because we can't sell them, so.
Well, and so earlier, Ryan did get clarification that we can get donations for T-shirts if city staff is there to do the funds, the money. to
Oh, so
receive
we have
the
to have
money.
somebody from
We
city
have to have
staff there.
I can reach out to Tommy over at Randy's. I mean, I know that like the Parks Department has like a contract with him, and so like our prices are nowhere near this. I don't know what the same is for someone off the street. But like even whenever I was in like rock bands and stuff, you're talking about like a shirt, single print color. That's the biggest deal. If it's just one color,
Right,
you're usually at like $5 to $7 a shirt.
right.
So like paying $25 for a shirt is crazy.
Okay.
Well, I was also thinking we should
Cool,
compare
okay.
prices with local businesses too, and see if they can
Well, for
beat
sure,
that.
like I said, this was a last minute, if we
Yeah.
were gonna go through and do what we've kind of always done, and we're starting from scratch this year because we got rid of everything. This is,
Especially if these are
Roughly.
like how many shirts you're trying to order. I mean, I know it's a little grayed out, but I mean, I can read for the
Right.
most part what these are.
I think it was for 100 shirts.
Yeah.
I got the quote for 100 shirts, yeah.
So especially if the biggest deal is gonna be how many colors you want and how many, if you wanna do front and back. But typically, if you're doing one color, and that could be whatever color you want to, same with the shirt color.
Yeah.
But then if it's just a solid one area, you're good.
Yeah.
Everything goes up, you put them on the sleeves or on the back or whatever.
Kind of commenting on the do we want shirts or, missing shirts. We could potentially do bandanas
Mhm.
or ball
Aprons.
caps
Mhm.
or, I'm sorry?
Aprons or
Like a gardening little.
Yeah,
Different options.
I don't know if men would feel weird. Master gardeners have aprons and. So-
they make it easy to hold like your gloves and all kinds of
Yeah, and
other
it's
cool
more,
stuff.
it's a shorter apron and it
Yeah,
has, pockets.
You could
It's like a
say
work
it's a gardening tool belt or something.
Ours do have the bib because you get dirty.
Yeah.
And especially for like cooking hot dogs and stuff, it's kind of nice. And then they wouldn't belong to the people, they would belong to the event and you have to wash them. Somebody has to wash them.
Yeah.
So, okay, then I say, I don't say anything other than if we want to look at different options for giveaways and for Arbor Day specifically, if we want to do that, it would be kind of neat if we could get donations that they've been put them towards our tree escrow, money for trees would be, if we were gonna have something that were more expensive like this, I would like for it to be a little bit circular in some way. We're not just getting T-shirts to give away, that there is a reason.
Well,
why,
and the
right?
t-shirts and maybe some of the other giveaway items, like we're kind of thinking about more for Arbor Day, but maybe we need to do like the table runner and a few or the stands like now for.
Because we're gonna need that for the plant
Having a
sale, so I'm
generic, like
thinking,
one of those flags, having a generic feather
Yeah.
flag for
Well,
events would be like great to have early on.
yes.
Have you guys used the feather flags?
Nope.
We got some and I don't know, they're not that big and they were really expensive and they don't seem like you can't read them very well and
They're illegal.
they're illegal to have in a
You
park.
wouldn't notice that driving.
I'm
down
like,
Conway.
really?
Yeah, we learned that
Even
not too long ago,
promoting.
technically all these yard signs are illegal.
I know that the yard signs are.
Okay, I just thought if we were to, I'm just thinking about yoga, like yoga.
Put it
under
out there
trees,
as
maybe
like a-
something
I
that.
don't
This
think
is
the
where
tree
it
board
is.
should do something illegal.
Two guys.
Is there
Yeah.
exceptions for
What is
city
appropriate then?
board events?
If you wanted to do a banner, you could.
Just funny because
banner?
a banner like
That requires.
fence posts and it is more dangerous and all.
So, okay, so like if we're going out for yoga in the trees, we're in Laurel Park, we're having an event for an hour to stick it, that is something that's,
Not permitted.
I can look into the sign code. and let you
no,
know.
that, I just wanna, I don't mean to sound
Like we're thinking about
challenging,
just doing
I'm
it
just curious about, or could we do
near-
a sandwich board?
Sandwich
Maybe we need a
board.
sandwich board
Oh, that's not a bad
frame,
idea.
and then we can just print posters to put
I
inside of
have
it.
sandwich boards that we can use
Yeah.
and they have Velcro. And so then we just laminate a
Better
poster. And they're kind of heavy though, they're big.
I mean, we want them to be heavy so they don't blow over.
What's a sandwich board?
The-
Trifle. It's just like an
No.
easel.
But it's
You see
short.
'em everywhere, yeah.
They're short
That
and they
A-frame
just,
looking thing.
They
you see in
A-frame.
put
front
them
of
up
a-
whenever they got church in front and Lewis, you know, those little things they popped up.
Okay, yes, yes, A-frame.
I have big heavy ones that roll. And I can make posters. to go on them.
And I was thinking feather, because we used to do yard signs around the
Yeah.
park, and then those are not legal, so I was like, well, we'll do flags, everyone's got flags, so.
But the
that's a
sandwich
flag.
board, the sandwich boards would not be left out for days. They would just be
Correct.
used during the
Yeah,
event.
for the event.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can invest in a banner, I was just, when I was thinking about promotion, I'm like, this is my last year. I don't know if everyone will keep on with yoga, we need something generic that, we buy it once.
You know what,
and
we'll
it'll
just
give some
make a
longevity.
yoga under the trees poster and
Yeah,
use
the sandwich board
Sandwich
is the best
board.
idea and not worry about any of the
And
flags or signs or anything else.
I think there will be no expense to the tree board.
Other than to make posters for the events.
So we'll have to make that, yeah, I was gonna say posters, because we'll need, for the master gardeners, the plant sale, we'll just need the table runner and the display stand, and this was kind of what got me thinking as we're doing indoor event also, and for Arbor Day, we really do need the acrylic signs and the literature holder.
Sandwich
whatever.
boards may not be available for the plant sale because they master
Right,
Well, that's more for like when we're having an event, we want to have something out there where people can be like, oh, that's where it is when they're driving past, yeah.
and we'll have our table runner, and I did ask if we had a place where we could put the flag, even if we stick it on the wall behind our tent or something like that, maybe, you just get that putty and stick it up. So, all right, well, thoughts on, so we'll nix t-shirts for now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or at least shop around for.
and the flags, and flags.
Yeah, so I'll talk to somebody.
Randy's do other items besides t-shirts, like could they do bananas or?
The stickers, I think, are a great idea.
Stickers
Definitely
are
stickers.
affordable.
Stickers are
We
always a
already
good
have the
idea.
designs, right?
That Keep Conway Shady sticker was always really popular. Like, if we still use those same designs, that would be great.
I think so,
love
too.
those.
Do we want to keep, that was gonna be my next question, is do we
Nice.
need a 2024, I guess we need to update the dates. And I
For the
think
yoga one.
Mhm,
Oh,
for yoga, and we don't have to have all those different ones for yoga, because some are
You don't
more
have to put
popular
dates
than
on
others.
necessarily at all, just put
I-
yoga under the trees.
I think they said, didn't they say, I think they were dated, weren't they?
They were, I was saying we don't have to do them with
I
dates,
gotcha.
we'll just do a
Is
generic
that in
one.
the Canva?
It's in Canva.
It should all be in Canva.
So that, and do we want any kind of new logo for new design for the year? We're good with what we had.
I like that.
If anybody
Because what do
wants
we
to
have? We have
submit
like
one.
tree hugger
Yeah.
and keep Conway shady and like.
We can kind of look at what's currently in the Canva account, we'll update dates, and then we might add in a couple new ones and send it on to everybody to get favorite picks.
And those we would just want it, so stickers really just by yoga time, so April, we need to have those ready by April 25th.
Okay, and we can shop around to see if other companies have better prices for them, especially since we're gonna be looking elsewhere for the shirts.
Yeah. Well, and this really, I planned on doing local business, but I just went and got quotes for all this stuff, just because it was accessible on a
Yeah.
Sunday night at 10
Yeah.
o'clock. But knowing full well we choose to go local as much as possible, so, okay. So stickers, you guys will work on that. And then, because Dyer Mart gave us a good price, the invoice is hanging out there, I have to look at that, but we can, look around. Okay, so how are we feeling about ordering the other collateral for literature and the acrylic signs? Are we good with doing that and the table runner?
I think the acrylic signs are a really good deal too.
Yeah, I really like those acrylic sign holders with wood base. Of the 3 magazine rack options listed, the first one's my favorite. If we want to vote to see which one everybody agrees to. And then, yeah, I definitely think that table cover is a great idea.
Any other thoughts, opposition to that?
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the bamboo one looks nicer.
All right,
And it's sustainable, which we love.
and we'll do the table runner.
Kind of matches the sign holder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so we'll get those, so that's about $250, it looks like. We do need a motion to approve the budget to order the advertising goods.
Motion.
Second.
Third, thanks.
Any opposed? No?
Thank you.
And so that will potentially, hopefully get in time for the tree giveaway on the 16th. At least the Amazon orders.
And I can go on there and I'll find a place that hopefully can deliver to, and then I'll send it over for purchasing through the city. So I will get that done. Okay. And then we can just table the rest. We are gonna work on stickers and we can look at the rest afterward. So, okay. So I'd also like to propose that we have an M&O budget for any ancillary items that we might need to do when we do plantings, and for some printing, if we can include that.
What did we set aside last year? It was
We have
$1,000?
$1,000
Yeah.
M&O, it's still sitting there.
That
That
sounds
sound
reasonable
good?
again.
Okay,
And we can always move it later if we need to. So yeah, motion to approve 1,000 for M&O budget.
Second.
excellent. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. $1,000. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right, that should get us going.
No.
Look at this too. Okay. And when I was looking at all the marketing, I was getting nervous to remind us about photo contest and fall tree orders and things like that. So since we are talking about budgets, and the fall tree giveaway was also a success, how do you guys feel about going forward with that for Arbor Day?
I'd rather spend our money on that than t-shirts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. that's
Especially if we're able to
what-
give away the same kind of trees.
Yeah.
In the spring, I like doing those the little saplings, but like getting like an actual like potted one for the fall, that's pretty good. Even if we go the same
We
route.
got a
of,
really
like-
good price on those too.
I know.
They're nice trees.
So we
Even if we
can-
still go the route of like, hey, sign up online to like claim yours.
I like signing up online.
Sure.
in advance.
Yeah.
It felt very organized.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe we can have more than 100 this year if we plan ahead.
Well, I was gonna
Buy
say,
earlier.
so we set aside $1,000 last year, is what we did. Now, we'd still have to work with, to see what kind of pricing we can get, but is that the same price range, or do we want to go ahead and allocate more money towards fall trees and just commit that?
What else do we need to cover? I mean, our budget assuming is $5,000.
It is,
Well,
so, and we're right now sitting, so the Conway Corp went through, and we had 1098 sitting in the budget from last year, 500 of that still.
So
Yep, so we're at
5,500.
5598.
We need to pay yogis.
We do. So for that, right now we've got so we have 300 for yogis. We just did the 250 for ordering whatever
Tabling
promotional stuff.
supplies.
Yep, and then we just did 1,000 for M&O, right? So we're at 1,550, so that leaves us about 4,000. And
What
then-
other expenses do we have
So,
for Arbor Day?
Arbor Day, so photo contest last year, we allocated $500 for that. We had $1,000 for the fall tree giveaway. I know we did some promotional marketing, got Arbor Day banners, things like that. I think it was like $300. So, you know.
So it sounds
just
like we're
around-
buying you
We also have the
500 for the
banners.
photo contest again.
Mhm.
Are you keeping?
Mhm.
Are we still waiting to hear if City Hall's gonna pass any kind of budget deals? Because didn't we ask for,
But that would be an addition. I think we'll probably get the professional workshop, but maybe not some of the other things that we requested.
I was gonna say, I didn't know if we were getting money to buy more trees. Because then whatever the city's given us, obviously we would spend that. And we can add that to whatever we decide on.
I think it would be
Is
reasonable
2,000
to, yeah, I
for
think
trees?
2,000 is reasonable for trees, and that would leave us with another almost $1,500 to spend on other things as
And
we
time
need
to
them.
get sponsors and partnerships to,
Yeah,
you know,
to help
we
with
need
that.
to do some of that, right? So at least this is a gift of time, right? So
So
2,000 for trees?
For the fall tree giveaway?
Yep.
I'm good with that.
Sounds good. Yeah, motion to 2,000 for trees for the budget, for the fall tree giveaway, yeah.
I'll second.
Any opposed? Nope.
All in favor?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, and we said 500 for photo. We could go through all and approve it all, couldn't we? We have to do it one for one.
I guess, yeah.
Sorry, that'd be probably more efficient. So, okay. So now, 35, 50, that 40, 50. We got a little
According to my
bit of money.
calculator, it leaves us with $1,450 after those things, after all the trees and everything.
So 40, 50, is that what you got?
1450. Oh no, what we have left is 1450.
Oh, 1450? Yes, correct. Okay. And then I'm trying to think, so in terms of like the fruit tree grant, all that's gonna be included, the mulch, all the stuff, gloves. I included in some gloves, things like that, so that should all be taken care of. And I can't think of really any other expenses. So I think we do need to leave a marketing budget for we're gonna need.
For Arbor Day, what are our expenses again?
We have the photo contest.
And that's
Tree giveaway.
500?
Say again.
And the tree giveaway.
Giveaway. And then just print
Possibly
materials and marketing.
entertainment, although we got a
You
sponsor.
get a
Well, so yeah.
sponsor.
What did we pay for? Oh yeah, we got sponsored. We got Kings to sponsor entertainment last time, and food was provided by First Security, which we can do again.
So
Other
photo
than that, I don't think
contest
we really
was
have any.
500,
2K for
500.
trees.
Maybe
and that's for the fall tree giveaway that's gonna coincide with
That's in
Arbor
Arbor Day,
Day.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're
So
gonna give those out.
2,500 for Arbor Day out of our 5,600.
And then whatever marketing materials we need, so like advertisement and stuff, and that'll come out of the remaining 1,400 and some change that we have.
is 500 reasonable for marketing, or do we do more? I don't know. I don't do marketing.
I mean, if we're gonna do any kind of giveaways and banners and things like that, you'll eat up $500 real
Okay.
fast.
Yeah.
Stickers and things like that, but, so do we just wanna leave that floating? We wanna go ahead and say we'll leave, or 1,000 towards marketing?
We can always revise it later
I
if we
mean,
need
yeah,
to.
a
So,
budget is a guide that can
Yeah.
be revised if needed.
it makes sense to approve like 1,000 now, and then if we need to move it later or add more later, we can always do that.
Yes.
People always think that a budget is the law, but it's not the law.
Guideline.
It's a guideline.
Yeah, we can probably vote on it more, the remainder on, in April, because that'll give us time between now and then to shop around for stickers for yoga anyways.
Okay,
And we might be able to get a bulk deal for stickers for all of the events and
okay.
just
Okay,
get more information before then.
All right. So do we want to just do a motion to approve the budget as is at 40/50 with the breakdown, $300 for Yogi, $250 for, what did we say, for the advertising?
Table supplies, yeah.
Marketing, 1,000 M&O, 500 photo contest, 2,000 fall tree giveaway.
Remind me what an M&O budget is.
Maintenance and operation.
Thank you.
We're gonna wait to approve marketing until next month?
We'll wait, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, because we already have what we need right
for
now.
now, yeah.
Actually, no, we need it for print for the fall tree giveaway.
Do we need to include that now, or can we add that
No.
later?
I'd say let's do $100 right now for fall tree giveaway printing. It should be under $100. Spring tree, spring tree giveaway.
The tree giveaways.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, fall tree,
Sorry.
we got plenty of time for that.
No wonder. That did not register at all. Okay, so now we are at $41.50. Motion to approve the budget as broken down.
Seconded. Or motion, someone
Yeah.
else can second
In
it.
favor.
Sweet. Okay, we got there. Josh. All righty. Okay, so, and I know Scott will have the information ready for the gardener sale with a graphic that can go to the Rotary Club whenever you go to speak to them on May 7th.
Do you have any information on the added trees for the tree giveaway yet?
Yes, so
I probably missed
we
that.
are doing, the known original
Or
trees
700, yeah.
are redbud, river birch, pecan, Sherwood oak, and persimmon.
Mm-hmm.
We're adding in white oak, water oak, willow oak, and bald cypress with 100 to 200 per species of those four.
Okay, cool. And so that'll expand our limit to, they'll get one.
There's still
No,
three,
yeah,
there's still capped at
still-
three.
But it's per
Oh, it's
person.
still be three.
It's per person.
Oh, 3 per person, okay.
One red bud.
Okay, yeah, per group, yeah. Okay,
And
thank you.
so the trifold, when you get a chance, we could pass back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that. That looks good.
We're gonna, each individual portion, it's gonna be half per species. It's gonna have the one per person rules on the front, but we're gonna have a larger laminated menu that people can pass around as they're waiting. And we'll have all of the different species included, as well as big yard, small yard, wet feet, dry feet, information.
That's great. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so let's move on. And is there anything else we want to talk about for annual, June? June yoga under the trees is not a good fit for culture in the park. She recommended that we reach out to Art Walk, but that's really downtown. I don't really know if we want to be right downtown to do that, and if that's an appropriate event, or if we would like to stick with the park. I'm trying to think
Doing it at
about.
the park.
The only trees I can think of downtown would either be the courthouse
And
or
the
like
courthouse.
Martin Luther
It's
King
too far
Square.
removed.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
are both really far away. There's
Yeah.
not really any trees anywhere. I mean, there's little trees near Art Walk, but not anything
Right.
really open. We can do it in
And
the
some of the
park.
ideas to really just help people to appreciate our green spaces that we have, so.
So I know we had mentioned Fifth Avenue or Gatling Park. I don't know if y'all have a preference on either one of those. And Skylar, if we can see if those are available in
The same
June.
as MLK.
No, MLK's right down here on Markham Street. Gatling's over.
Tyler.
Let's say it's where across
Tucker
where Briarwood used to be, but nobody remembers that.
Like Salem, yeah.
It's Tyler. It's like the north end of not Catherine, Tucker Creek.
Are we still wanting to do June on June 20th, which is a Thursday?
I'm gonna reach out to, if y'all want to do that. And I haven't followed up with anyone because we had some time on that too.
Okay.
But I would assume we'll still go for the same date. But, all right. Gatling? You want to try for Gatling or
We've not
Fifth
done
Avenue?
Peaceful. Gatling is peaceful.
We've not done that one before, have we?
Mm-mm.
That would be a good one.
Okay. All right. Skylar, if you wouldn't mind checking on, I don't know if we need to reserve, if there's much that goes on there, how that
The
works.
parking isn't as nice over there.
There's technically 2 parking lots, depending on where you do it at, though. You have the one that's like right there off of Tyler, and then you have the other one that's like
In the
that
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, probably Tyler would be the most centrally No, well, y'all tell me, because I don't
I think we
visit
do
that.
both
I
of
don't know
them.
as
I
much
think it doesn't
about
really
Gatlin.
matter because people can park wherever they want and just walk.
But as far as location.
And it's very
everything-
walkable over there, so people in that neighborhood.
As I recall, there's not a whole lot of trees near the Tyler parking
They're
lot.
they're more on the other side of the
Yeah.
playground.
Yeah, like across the.
But on the
creek.
other side of the creek.
Yeah.
There's a nice little green space over there though.
Mhm.
There it is.
I need to get out and walk.
There's a bridge right there too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I see it, but I don't see it.
But just like you didn't know Gatling Park, so part of this is like make people aware
Awareness.
of the parks that we have.
Yeah.
So I think,
Oh, I just had written down MLK and Fifth. in my
but you didn't
notes
know
for
where
that
Gatling
day.
Park was.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, that's true.
Well, I only know that because I used to go there, when I was a kid, because we'd go to Briarwood for a few years. We had a membership.
Which I know. All right, so I know we'll talk about bylaws in a minute. If I can hop forward for just a moment. So the fruit tree grant from Interfaith Power and Light Center, talking about meetings and all that stuff. So I spoke with Mary at the community center. She's the overseer of the community gardens, and asked kind of what her vision was for that area, any concerns she had about fruit trees, and her immediate response is, who is going to harvest them? Is this free or does it belong to the garden? Because that will make a difference as to where they want them to be located. And she would prefer they be further away if we're going to encourage people to go and forage those, because they are having issues already with people stealing from the plots. So I talked to her about all those concerns. I don't have a lot of experience in terms of community garden and the sharing of food and some of those issues, but Charmel Roussel with Interfaith Power and Light has a lot of knowledge and has seen different ways that people manage that. And so I thought it would be really neat if we could have a meeting on site with Charmel from Interfaith Power and Light, Mary, the overseer, and we get together and we can look at the property, look at the options, and find a good blend for all of the programs we're wanting to do out there.
Wonderful.
Also, so for both of them, the end of April, early May is a good time for them to meet. And let me ask you, Ryan, is that we can have an on-site meeting with them just to discuss
Yeah, I think
planning,
that's
because
fine,
that's
as
like
long
a
as there's-
planning workshop kind of for that.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know who I would like to be at that meeting, but we'll be looking at
I would like to be
Yeah.
there, but that time frame is not.
Okay, so I was gonna, oh, you're on, okay, so you're gone. 'Cause I was
I'll be
gonna
on
ask-
vacation from April 29th until May.
Nice.
So we could do it right before
And it-
April 29th.
If we could do it that week before.
I was gonna say,
since
you
it's
tell me, because I
really
know you're
stupidly busy.
Your experience would be really, really valuable on this.
right. Okay, so Krista, okay, give me, I'm sorry, potential dates.
I think I could do April 25th or 26th.
So the 25th, we're in Laurel, but we, during the day?
Oh, are you thinking evening?
Well, I don't know what their schedules are like, but I would, daytime.
I mean, I could probably do evening on the 23rd or 24th. I'll be very busy during the day.
I could also attend any time,
Yeah, I'm pretty good too.
honestly, that week.
Tell me what you said, 4:23 evening. We'll shoot for daytime. I don't know why I said evening, but 4:23 if they can't meet in the day.
I could do I think I can do April 22nd during any time. I could do the 23rd or 24th in the evening.
Okay.
The 25th during the day.
Okay.
And I'm kind of thinking it'd be better not to do the 26th. We have a big 4-H thing on that Saturday.
Okay. I'm just gonna put 4:25 day, 4:23 evening, 4:22
It'll be my last day.
anytime. Ryan, would you want to attend that? And if so,
Yeah.
okay. Not that our schedules don't matter. Scott, I know you're probably too far out to come into town for something like that.
What days were they?
4:22, 4:25.
422 and 425.
22, I probably won't be able to because it is Earth Day.
Is 25 a yoga day or is that old?
It is your
It is
Evening,
yoga day,
yeah.
but that'll be evening. Yeah. That's 6.
I'm not sure that I can commit to either one because
You're
I have
fine.
baseball games
No, that's what I'm
almost
saying,
every
you
night.
don't really, unless you want to, I mean, that's just a commitment, you don't have to, yeah.
Would you be able to during the day? Like what time would you need to be?
Works and,
Oh, and that week is also an audit week.
yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, I've got
And I'll reach out to
FSC and
Trey,
SFI.
Narrow little place, sorry.
Trey, and see if they want to have somebody from Parks and Rec there too. Okay, all right, so we'll set that tentatively for those, and I'll follow up with you.
I might could during the day on the 25th, but I know I can on the 22nd.
The 25th is like the ideal date if we can. Okay, all right, I'll reach out to them. Because I do want to talk to them, and then also the way that this grant works is we have potential to get quarterly advance funding to go ahead and purchase and do the work that we do, but we also have to send a report in right after that.
So we get
So-
advances, so we don't have to get reimbursed.
Correct, which is not, because we also have to have it appropriated. So my first thought was, ooh, we don't need maize, let's push it back. But then I thought, well, how long is it gonna take? So if they give us the funding, how long will it take to be appropriated to then turn around and purchase and use it? You know, like what the time frame is on that, just so I can.
During the summer,
when we
Moving
get 'em in
towards
May-
summer.
Yeah, we
May-ish.
get May, August.
I mean, we just have to go to city council, so.
Yeah.
If it's not right in summer, 2 weeks. If it is summer, it'd be a month.
Okay, so once we get it, then we have to think about, time before we can use it, correct? Okay. Because my thought was we can go ahead and get those funds and then secure the order of the trees and get the gloves and do some of those things, and then we'll have stuff to report because we'll do some planning. But so it's best not to push back, I guess. I'm thinking out loud. Go ahead and request the funding. Okay. All right.
It's
So
already 5:30. Is there anybody coming in after us? Okay.
No, but we're gonna breeze through
Double check.
the rest of this. So now I'm gonna take us back up to the bylaw meeting, because the subcommittee had a meeting about all of the notes and changes with the bylaws. I know Ryan shared a couple of updates, and so in the Article 1, any changes that we wanted to have, the process is to submit it to city staff. He takes it back to the city. They make the discussion on that one. But on the Article 2 changes that we want, which this also printed very strangely, but it's on the back. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's here. We've got the information. But Article 2, so in order to have these changes put into the bylaws, and this is complete, there's nothing missing, by the way, on that 2.07. But, so there are the few recommendations that we had for changes to Article 2 of the bylaws. And so if we agree with those and want to have those added back in, we need to vote the majority to do so. So I don't know if y'all reviewed those. You guys don't want me to state them out loud.
That meeting wasn't recorded because AT&T was down that day, right?
Correct.
Okay. Our minutes get published, right? So this could just be put in the minutes. We don't necessarily have to read it out loud, I guess.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it can just be with the minutes.
Yeah. Well, I was at the meeting, so I'd say, yeah, I approve. I motion to approve as written.
And then that first portion is just about getting links put on the website page, which we'll have to send that information.
I mean, I don't see any major problems with them.
And have y'all read, I don't want to rush anybody. Have y'all read them? I know Josh made a motion.
Yeah, I mean, that can wait.
And so I know if you're ready, if anyone has questions, if you want to.
Did we need to vote to send, that's for something else, I'll get to that.
All good? Any questions?
I'm trying to find the section that specifies that you have to have a full term as a non-committee member, or like as a,
That's Article 1. Like you have to take a term off between serving on the board.
I'm not sure. Are you talking about
Term limits.
an executive or an office? Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? Are you talking about a full term or in a certain position as an officer?
I was under the impression that after serving, so if I'm remembering correctly, once your duration of president or chair, whatever the term is called, is done, you have to have a term period of 3 years where you're not permitted to be on. Where's that one?
It's in Article 1, I believe.
That's Article 1.
It is.
Article 1, section, is it section 3? That was public board members. Of course, I didn't bring that with me. Oh, no, wait, yes, I did.
Yeah, section 1.07, general term, service on all boards and commissions shall be limited to 1 term with 2 exceptions. And that's just basically if you're filling a position that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. I guess my question is, why is there required to be a 3-year period of not being on the board before you can continue to be on the board? Because my concern is we're gonna run into a situation where like our current entire board is not permitted to be on the board.
It's staggered, so you'll never not have, like, there'll never be complete turnover on the board. So like, she falls off at the end of this year, some of you fall off at the end of next year. some
3
at the
people
year
would
of
fall
that,
off each.
And so people come in as people fall
2 to
off,
3.
and so
Okay.
it just rotate.
Cause like next year, I think with Scott and Josh would be out.
Okay.
And then the next year would be.
We did talk about-
Me, Logan.
We did put
Like
in a
requesting-
recommendation for them to reconsider that,
Mhm.
but that was not
Yeah.
selected
It's
as an
not happening.
option.
Because Article 1 is for all boards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question.
Because that was a concern if it didn't go on, we were worried about staggering too, but
Well, and you can always still be a friend of the tree board and show up and provide expertise, even if you're not a member, you can't vote.
you should can.
And then for the removal of the vice chair and then amending that to city staff, is that what my position is, or is that what Ryan's position is?
That was for the professional training stuff, right? So that was,
Yeah.
or not professional training, for the
Orientation.
orientation stuff, that's Cindy's problem, yeah.
Any other question? So if we're on the Article 2 portions, do y'all accept the recommendations as stated?
There's a motion, right? But not-
Josh put a motion,
I
yeah.
put one in.
Yeah, I'm good at second it. That's what we're waiting.
Yes.
You good? Okay. Tim, did you have any more questions? Oh, you're still reading. Okay, good deal. All right, all in favor? Any opposition? Okay. All right, that is done. Okay. So we've got that going on. Logan, did you get clarification on sponsorship? Do y'all want to be the
Oh, yeah,
presenting
that-
sponsor, the solo presenting sponsor?
Yeah, we can keep that.
For Arbor Day.
Okay.
Absolutely. I also got an update on the progress of the work at Laurel Park. That's only about 10 months out, so
Okay.
December, January timeframe.
Okay, perfect.
So maybe if everything
Maybe
goes
before
well,
we fall
Arbor
off.
Day in November. Well, I was thinking like if everything goes really, really well, maybe by Arbor Day in November we could be putting them in the dirt.
Wouldn't that be great?
Maybe if we're really lucky. I don't expect it.
How much is Conway Corp wanting to sponsor Arbor Day for? Is there a dollar?
They
Beyond
give us our
5,000?
5,000, so every year they give us $5,000. That's our budget, mostly for the year,
It's kind of been added in there, but that's kind of what they're doing.
yes.
Yep. So that's our overarching donation from Conway Corp, not specific to Arbor Day. Gotcha. I misunderstood.
But I mean, 2,000 of that's going for the tree giveaway.
Right.
Like,
Basically, anything we do, their logo goes on it.
Yes, yeah, yes. All right, so, okay, so next board meeting first, I do feel like we need to have some kind of, I don't know if we need to have a meeting or just a brainstorming session on getting a grant proposal going for the forestry management plan, so we can look at getting a consultant and getting the data that we need. So we need to do that sooner than later, March, April.
I mean, I think we can start looking, see what we find, and then if we need to call a meeting,
But we don't have to decide that right now. Okay,
see what's out there first.
okay.
So if anybody wants to do your
Who wants-
own grant
I was gonna
research.
say, who
That's-
who would like to help do
I was gonna say, I sent that email, I know it's not on the agenda, but I did send that email about the two
Yeah, no, I
RDOT
brought that
grants
up,
and,
yes.
oh, you did bring that up? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So who do we talk to get the city to go after those grants?
Well, so we need to give them a specific request, why we
Okay.
would want to apply for that grant. So if you do want to kind of take the lead on that and
Yeah, I'll
find
start
out
looking
what
into that.
all, like what are the submission dates, what can we do with those funds, if you'll kind of look at
Surprising amount
that
of
one.
stuff, but
And then,
my focus was like the restoration of the natural area after the construction of the trail, which a lot of that's still available here. We've lost a lot of, and stuff to help with rainwater runoff. So a lot of cool stuff in there that we can do. Well, yeah, I'll get on that.
Willow trees.
so if you'll take a look at that, and then I'll look up some grants. I don't know if anyone else would like to help with that, but I will look up some of those too over this month. Okay, anything else I'm missing? I know next up will be yoga in April, but we'll have time to talk about that. And then the Master Gardener plant sale, I know Amy was working on getting some information together for us for that too. We'll talk about that next time as well. Also, we are at 5:40.
Not bad.
Unless y'all have anything else?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn,
Seconded.
okay? All in favor?
Yep.
Any opposed? All right.